In 1965, Jared Cass and fellow Amherst College students Bob Fine, Richard Jacobson, Robert Marblestone, Steve Ward, Fred Hoxie, Gordon Murray, and many others evolved a team frisbee game based on concepts from American football, basketball, and soccer. Some rules from this rendition of Ultimate still appear today, including scoring by passing over a goal line, advancing the disc by passing, no traveling with the disc, and turnovers on interception or incomplete pass. Jared Cass, an instructor and dorm advisor, then taught this game to high school student Joel Silver during the 1967 Mount Hermon Prep School summer camp. Joel Silver, along with fellow students Johnny Hines, Buzzy Hellring, and many others, developed Ultimate beginning in 1968 at Columbia High School in Maplewood, New Jersey. The first sanctioned game was played between the student council and the student newspaper staff. The footage you see here is actually from one of those games. By 1971, 5 New Jersey high schools made up the first conference of Ultimate teams. From there, alumni from the New Jersey high schools introduced the game to their colleges and universities. The first Ultimate tournament between college teams happened in 1975, in which 8 college teams attended on Yale University's campus. Frisbee has only grown exponentially since then. Currently, Ultimate is played from the elementary school level to beyond. Seattle boasts the largest youth Ultimate tournament in the world, drawing close to 100 teams from the West Coast and Canada. Over 14,000 student athletes play for over 700 college teams in North America alone. 2 professional Ultimate leagues, the American Ultimate Disc League and Major League Ultimate, have sprung up and retained large audiences. Ultimate is everywhere, and it's here to stay. What separates Ultimate from the other sports is the lack of referees during games. Ultimate is self-officiated, meaning that players call their own fouls and resolve their own disputes. This system relies heavily on what is known as the spirit of the game. In terms of spirit of the game, USA Ultimate states that highly competitive play is encouraged, but never at the expense of mutual respect among competitors, adherence to the agreed-upon rules, or the basic joy of play. Protection of these vital elements serves to eliminate unsportsmanlike conduct from the Ultimate field. Such actions as taunting opposing players, dangerous aggression, belligerent intimidation, intentional infractions, or other win-at-all-costs behavior are contrary to the spirit of the game and must be avoided by all players. When a call is made, the opposing side has a chance to dispute or contest the call. There are many rules that go into determining the decision, though I am only going to cover the basics. If you want a comprehensive list of rules, USA Ultimate has them on their website at usaultimate.org. First of all, the field is 70 yards by 40 yards long, with end zones 25 yards deep. Each point begins with both teams lining up on the front of their respective end zone line. The defense throws or pulls the disc to the offense. The regulation game has 7 players per team. To score, the offense must complete a pass into the defense's end zone. The disc may be advanced in any direction by completing a pass to a teammate. Players may not run with the disc. The person with the disc, the thrower, has 10 seconds to throw the disc. The defender guarding the thrower, the marker, counts out the stall count. If a pass, say, goes out of bounds and stays out of bounds, is dropped, blocked, intercepted, or the defense stalls the offense, the defense immediately takes possession of the disc and becomes the offense. No physical contact is allowed between players. Picks and screens are also prohibited. If a player has felt like they've been fouled, they must call the foul out loud, and the play must be stopped. Games are usually to a set score, such as 13 or 15. When a team reaches that set score, they win the game. In order to move the disc, players have developed a multitude of throws. Backhands, forehands, hammers, as well as many others, both on the dominant hand and their non-dominant hand. In order to run efficiently, offensive sets have been created. The most popular two are called the horizontal stack and the vertical stack. In the horizontal stack, 4 cutters, the players downfield and the ones thrown to, spread the field evenly to maximize cutter efficiency. 3 handlers, the players who are the most comfortable throwing in any situation, keep possession of the disc to move their way downfield. In the vertical stack, normally 5 cutters line up parallel to the sidelines to isolate cutters in a one-on-one matchup that favors the offense. The most important factor of the defense is called the force. A marker sets a force so that the thrower is forced to throw to a certain half of the field, or the open side. Defenders can then play off the open side to make guarding their person much easier. Defense is usually played one-on-one, though many teams have developed a zone defense that focuses on forcing the thrower to throw hard throws to unguarded teammates. Although Frisbee is a non-contact sport, injuries do happen quite frequently. I talked to Ren Caldwell, a strength and conditioning coach who mainly works with Ultimate players, asking her about Ultimate injuries and why they occur.
No, it's a good question. Well, I mean, Ultimate is very asymmetric. You have one foot in the ground as a pivot foot and you lunge on one leg, you throw with one arm, more or less. And so the body gets very asymmetric, and over time that causes a host of injuries and problems. And, a lot of times with Ultimate players, the biggest problem is that they'll get a small injury and they won't fully rehab it. And then they'll start having a problem. Like, if you don't fully rehab your ankle, then you're going to have knee problems. And if you have a knee problem and you don't fully rehabilitate that, you're going to end up with hip issues. And so a lot of times people just want to get started playing again. They don't want to take the time to get 100% again, and they just jump back in, and it just kind of creates a cycle where they're always kind of hurt. And then, unfortunately, that's when a lot of the bigger injuries happen, is when there's just no support left in the body. Everything's a little bit freaked out. So
the injuries are painful. There's hardly any recognition. So why do we keep playing?
I think I can say for every Ultimate player that Ultimate isn't like every other sport. Yeah, there's competition, there's tournaments to go to, you have games, there's rivalries between schools, but it's more than just that. It's this whole community-oriented sport that involves all its players.
Frisbee to me is a lifestyle, a pastime. I've devoted 17 years to the sport as a player and a coach and organizer.
It's just a sport that I decided to play in 6th grade that I really got hooked on, and now it's just one of my favorite things to do.
But I don't know, Girls Ultimate's just really cool because we're like a family since we're so small.
And there's no beef between any players like you would have with football or basketball or anything like that. Every player is connected, and it's a very loving community, and there's no discrimination. There's just love all around. And what I feel Ultimate to me is it's a whole nother family, not just how you see in football, where the teams are family and then you just go home, then you have your family. No, Ultimate's the family that you always have to always hold on to or look forward to seeing, or they're just always there for you.